Down on the Farm. I'm your host, Larry Marble. Thanks so much for joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at the movement of corn, beans, and wheat. Corn futures were fractionally unchanged yesterday in a quiet trade as the markets ready themselves for next Tuesday's USDA crop production and supply and demand report. On the positive side, the traders believe the U.S. corn crop has gotten slightly smaller with the persistent hot, dry Corn Belt weather of late. On the negative side, export demand continues to lag as the Communist Chinese are still buying from a record Brazilian crop. To put that in perspective, Brazil shipped a record 367.3 million bushels of corn for export in August, up 25% from the previous monthly record. The average trade estimate for the national average corn yield on this next Tuesday's report is 173.3 bushel per acre, down from last month's USDA estimate of 175.1. The average trade estimate on the 23-24 year-ending carryout, 2.127 billion bushels, down 75 million bushels from August, even in light of weak export demand. 2.127 billion bushels is still a burdensome number and will tend to limit the upside of corn futures in the long run. Corpus Christi's public elevator in Archer Daniels Midland is open for Milo trucks today in the morning until 10:45 a.m. and then closed Saturday through Monday. Temco Houston is closed for trucks today, Friday through Sunday. Looks like they'll be back open Monday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. For help marketing your grains, trust John Tuggle, Tuggle & Company Corpus, 800-288-4453. We are on the line with Jody Fry, producers in Cargyle, San Angelo. Jody, how was the Thursday sale?
I thought it went really good. Had 1,135 head, a couple of hundred more than we had the week before. Looking for the calf market to be kind of steady to lower, and it was actually steady to higher. From some of the reports I'd seen earlier in the week, I thought these calves would see some pressure, but not today. And part of that may have had to do with the quality of cattle. We had some really nice cattle there today, calling those kind of $1 to $3 higher. Several groups of those good quality ranch calves today. Limited numbers of slaughter cows and bulls today, selling about steady. Just a handful of replacement type cows like it has been, selling about steady. Better quality steers, 400 to 600 pounds from $2 all the way up to a high of near $3, mostly $225 to $255. 600 to 800 pound steers, $190 up to a high of $240, mostly $2 to $230. Better quality heifer calves, 400 to 600 pounds from $190 all the way up to a high of near $255, mostly $205 to $235. Slaughter cows, average to high yielding, 84 to 98. A few of the highest yielding slaughter cows from $1 to $1.12. Had one outstanding limousine cross cow that brought 118. A few thin or very low yielding cows, including some of the longhorn cows, from 62 to 78. Slaughter bulls, average to high yielding from 94 to 116. Just a few of those very highest yielding slaughter bulls from 118 to a high of 128, and not enough bred cows to test that market.
What do you know about next week?
I look for a good many more sheep and goats. Labor Day curtailed those numbers a little bit. 4,800 thereabouts Tuesday. I look for 6,000 or more. It's not the time of year when we'll have great big sales, but know of actually several coming in over the weekend that'll be there Tuesday. Next week, another cattle sale, maybe cooler temperatures, but I don't know about the rain chances for us, but probably somewhere in the neighborhood of this 900 to 1,000 head, maybe a few more.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Jody Fry.
You bet. Office number is 325-653-3371. My mobile phone would be 234-7895.
Jody, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, let's take a look at meat moves. The national pork carcass cutout value fell by 412 at 94.21. Estimated U.S. hog slaughter, 1.412 million head for the week through Thursday. That's down from the 1.451 million head the same week last year. Wholesale box prices fell $1.91 on Thursday afternoon's report. The select was $1.44 weaker. Estimated cattle slaughter through Thursday, 383,000 head. That's 6,000 lighter than the same week last year, but not comparable to last week given the fact that we had a Labor Day holiday. As we look through fat cattle sales, looks like confirmed only 183 in the western Corn Belt. That's about as high as what we've seen. Neighbor, there's your meat movement from Thursday. We're on the line with Kenny Mingus from Milam County Livestock Auction. Cameron, Kenny, how's the sale shaping up on Thursday night for Friday?
Well, we got off to a really fast start. This this morning, and I guess the heat just kind of shut everybody off. I had to leave for a little while, but I talked to the guys up there. They were tagging on about 1,200. I put out that we're going to have 15 to 17. Out of that mix, about 350 cows.
Shiny consignments that you know about?
Oh, we've gone to cow side. We had a man send some white Burma cows in here. There's about half of them that were bred. Oh, there was a total of about 40 or 50 of them. There's 10 or 15 of them that are pairs. Most of the cows were 5 or 6 years old and younger. And on the bred end, there was about 15 or 20 of them, kind of short bred, 2 to 4 or 5 months. Had a few big calves pulled off of them. There's 2 little sets of Angus or Brangus kind of cows. They're both young. We palpated both of those sets back, about 20 from one man and 20 from another. Both of them complete herd sellouts. The cows are going to be young. Look like they're going to have, either be shortbred or open, but good little turnout cows. About 40 of them altogether for 2 people. On the calves and yearlings, we've got a consignor going to send 125 calves. Be as good as you can make them. We had a really good cows, the Charolais bulls, and then down to the consignments at, 20, 30, 40 head groups. Quality's good. The numbers are just getting smaller, Larry.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Kenny Mingus.
You bet. Catch us at the office Monday through Wednesday at 254-697-6697. Follow us on our webpage at MottomCountyLivestockAuction.com or catch us on Facebook.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
Neighbor, I want to remind you about my friends Stephen and Terry Lehman at Lehman Pipe and Cattle. They've got used sucker rod in 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, and 1 inch, and they've got used oil fill pipe, the #1 structural, straight, no holes, splits, or heavy scale, 2 3/8, 2 7/8, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6 5/8, 7 5/8, 10 3/4, and 16 and 24-inch diameters. Also, from time to time, they see some #2 pipe available at a reduced price. Truckload discounts and delivery also available. They also have cattle guards. They make them from 10-foot wide to 30-foot wide, depending on the customer's needs and wants, with or without wings or cross gates. Also, the heavy-duty concrete beams to set them on. Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. Email them at lehmanpipe@gmail.com or call Stephen at 979-966-3447 or Terry at 979-820-8155. That's Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. We're on the line with Leroy Kruger. Leroy, you are far out of this part of the country, aren't you?
Yeah, we're kind of making a little round, just kind of seeing the countryside a little bit where it's cooler.
That's right. How are the bulls doing?
Not too bad. We've actually had quite a bit of interest, people calling in the last few weeks and last few days, mind you, and just kind of putting in a few orders for things they're going to need and stuff like that. We're going to be making a road trip here in the next few weeks and go look at some fresh stock and stuff. But we have a nice set of horn Hereford bulls and pole Hereford bulls on hand, a few Angus, and I sold the main bull yesterday. And some red Angus bulls there that are pretty good, and a few Charolais. So just a little bit standing around there, but they're all pretty tough and ready to roll.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Leroy Kruger.
They can catch me on the mobile at 830-570-0660.
Y'all have a good time. Talk to you when you get back.
You bet. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, neighbor, I'm Larry Marble. We're on the line with Heather Murray of Homestead and Ranch Real Estate, which specializes in Texas farms and ranches and custom homes on acres. Heather, tell us about that 75-acre listing you've got at Lavernia.
Hey, Larry. 3114 Sandy Elm is a gorgeous, ag-exempt, 75-acre rural ranchette. It's nestled within towering mature oaks. This property offers an updated 5-bedroom home that has all the upgrades and conveniences you'd want in your estate.
Hey, how about wildlife?
Whether you want to hunt, run cattle, or just enjoy the great outdoors, this acreage checks all of the boxes. It's fully fenced, has mixed topography, and also has a large pond that attracts local wildlife like white-tailed deer, turkey, hogs, dove, and quail.
Are there any other improvements the listeners might like?
Absolutely. There's a heated pool and hot tub as well as a fully equipped outdoor kitchen. There's also a workshop and a carport. What's great is that this property offers rural living with all the upgrades, all within a 20-minute drive to downtown Lavernia.
Tell us how prospective buyers should contact you.
They can call me directly at 210-416-7559, and you have my word, I will call you back. Or visit www.homesteadandranch.com.
We're on the line with Rodney Butler, Beeville Livestock. Rodney, how is the Friday sale looking Thursday night?
We're tagging on 375. Got several good bunches of calves up there to sell tomorrow. Two good pens of black steers and heifers mixed. They're big and they're good. And there's been a Charolais calves over here too that are really nice. I got those cows that come in as a herd sellout. I think there's 75 of those cows, and half of those cows are bred. About half of them are heavy bred, and the other half is short bred. And then there's a set of open cows on them. The open cows, I really like them. They're pretty nice. I'd say that those cows are 5 to 7 year old cows, mostly black, a few tigers, crossbred cows. They're a good set of cows to go back home if anybody's looking for any cows.
Good. Well, it sounds like you got a great sale coming Friday. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Yeah, if y'all have any questions, call me at 361-358-1727, or y'all call me on my mobile, 645-5002.
We appreciate it, and I'll talk to you Sunday night.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rodney. Neighbor, I'd like to remind you about George Weichel and the good folks at Wholesale Steel, San Antonio Steel. Heavy-duty lifetime warranty on their cattle panel. The standard duty panel also. Heavy-duty and standard-duty pasture gates. They're a new Preferred dealer, and they'll beat anybody's prices on the Preferred products. They've got Stay Tight 50 and Stay Tough fencing both. Cattle work in pens. They've got 2 Texas locations. They've got the San Antonio store. Call 210-624-2000 or the Hearn Bryan College Station store, 979-280-6100. Now remember, that Hearn location is off Highway 6, and the San Antonio location is there off Texas 16. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Fridays and Saturdays, 8 to 4. You can find them on the web at wholesalesteel.sa.com. Of course, that's the San Antonio store, or wholesalesteelbcs.com. And that's the Bryan College Station Hearn store. Oh, and by the way, tell George Weichel that Larry Marble sent you. We're on the line with Klein Spear, Southwest Livestock Exchange, Uvalde. We had a Thursday cattle sale. Klein, what did it look like?
Well, today, Larry, we had 356 heads. Packer cows and bulls sold steady to $4 better this week. The calves and yearlings sold pretty steady with lots of activity on them. You know, some of those plainer cattle are trying to get a little cheaper, but good cattle are still holding together. Choice steers, $1.85 to $2.50, and those lightweights, $2.20 to $3.05. Choice heifers, $1.80 to $2.40, and those lightweights, $1.95 to $2.85. Crossbred steers, $1.75 to $2.35, and those lightweights, $1.95 to $2.80. Crossbred heifers, $1.70 to $2.20, and those lightweights, $1.85 to $2.70. Stocker cows, $90 to $1.25. Packer bulls, $1 to $1.28. Those breaker cows, $1.04 to $1.21. Scutters and canners, 82 to 97, and them Shelly cows, 35 to 55. Good pairs day, 14 to 1650, and those kind of plain pairs, 900 to 1150, and the bred cows, 950 to 1400. So overall, still dollaring out really well.
Good deal. We'll sell sheep and goats next Tuesday, cattle Thursday. Klein Spear, Southwest Livestock, Uvalde. Tell everybody how to contact you.
Call us the office, 830-278-5621, or my cell phone, 830-591-3241.
Klein, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I'm down on the farms, Larry Marble. I'm with Tony from D&D Farm and Ranch. Tony, you got news on T-Post?
Yes, sir, I do. Right now, our 6.5-foot American-made 133 T-Post went down. They're at $5.99, and that's if you buy one or however many you need.
Well, tell everybody how to get that great deal in this new price drop on T-Post.
Well, they can reach me out at 830-379-7340, extension 162.
We've been with Tony from D&D. Tony, have a good day. Help those people when they come by to buy T-Post.
Yes, sir, sure will. Thank you.
You're welcome. And we're on the line with Carl Herman from Caldwell Livestock Commission Company. Carl, how was our Wednesday sale?
You know, we had a pretty good sale yesterday, Larry. We had over 900 head with a higher calf market and steady cow market for 110 consigners and 42 buyers. We had 125 cows and bulls yesterday. Slaughter cows 75 to 115. Slaughter bulls 85 to 132. Stocker cows 800 to 1450. And the pairs 1300 to 1925. On the calf side, on the steers, 2 to 3 weight steers brought 250 to 305. 3 to 4 weights, 275 to 340. 4 to 5 weight steers, 240 to 325. 5 to 6 weights, 230 to 255. 6 to 7 weight steers brought 212 to 240, and the 7 to 8 weights, 215 to 230. On the heifers, on the 2 to 3 weight heifers brought $2 to 225. 3 to 4 weights, 230 to 320. 4 to 5 weight heifers, 230 to 252. The 5 and 6 weights, 215 to 250. 6 to 7 weight heifers brought 213 to 237. and the 7-8 weights 185 to 210. Overall, had a good day. A lot of good cattle. We're getting some really good strings of calves coming from some of our little bigger producers, and the cattle are weighing 500, 600, 700. And they're really uniformed and good. So we were able to deal up quite a few of those calves for our customers and get along with them pretty good.
Good. We hope it continues through next week at Caldwell Livestock Commission Company. They sell over Wednesday. Carl Herman and family. Tell everybody how to contact you.
Okay. My number is 979-820-5349. Call the barn, 567-4119. If you're in the Giddings and surrounding area, call Max Sedler at 540-8676.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Maybe here's a shotgun look at the grains. Corpus Milo, 1065. Yellow corn to Corpus, 506 1/4. Houston wheat, 747. Placido beans, 1289. Texas cotton, 1,170 bales. Average price, $77.55. That's it. Good day.